we are here today doing a live Q&A. So first of all, happy Memorial Day. But we get many questions emailed to us on a regular basis. And sometimes it's hard to address them all, but sometimes, other people have the same questions. And this is really a great way to get your questions answered on the spot. And it also, a lot of other people out there might have the same question or might not even have thought about it. And they want to ask the question too, but you're going to help them out there. So the last Monday of every month, our goal is to do this live Q&A. So as we're talking, you write your questions in and we're going to answer them to the best of our ability. We're going to try to make this short and sweet because we know your time is valuable. And this is product and health related questions. Okay. This has nothing to do with the business. You have those, you can go ahead and email support@livegood.com. And if for some reason your question does not get answered today, please email it to me. Okay. I will get back to you there because sometimes it's a very personal question and we kind of try to make it more of a broad question that, can help others as well. Okay. So before we get started, Dr. Ryan over here. Well, first, I'm Lisa and this is Dr. Ryan. And Ryan's going to give our little Memorial Day tribute.
So it's not, look, I know it's tempting to say Happy Memorial Day, but it's not really about happiness. It's more of a somber thought. You really want to make it more of a meaningful Memorial Day. But I wanted to read you something real quick. So apparently the national moment of remembrance is at 3 p.m. local. And I realize there's a lot of international folks watching today, so just bear with us for a quick second here. But at 3 p.m. local time today, you can take a moment of silence for 1 minute to remember and honor those who have died in service to the nation. So real quick though, so I thought this was kind of interesting. It was May 1996 and some children were touring Washington, D.C., and they were asked what Memorial Day meant. And to them, the kids said, well, that's when the pools open. And so the answer sparked an effort to put Memorial back into Memorial Day. So in December of 2000, the National Moment of Remembrance Act, so it was a law, it was signed, and it was really with 4 goals: to demonstrate gratitude to those who have died for our freedom, to remind all Americans of the importance of remembering those who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom, to provide U.S. citizens in America and throughout the world the opportunity to join in this symbolic act of unity, and to make Memorial Day relevant, especially to younger Americans. So it is relevant. It's relevant to my household here. This is my father's memorial flag. This is my grandfather's flag. So I'm a descendant of veterans, and just wanted to take a moment. We'll take a moment today and we'll honor those that have fallen in fighting for our freedom. So thank you to all those families.
Very nice. And all those veterans, families of veterans, give us a thumbs up out there. We are thinking about you all today and thank you for your service. All right. Ready?
Yes. Let's do it.
Now, I'm going to try my best to get questions on Instagram, but for some reason, we're doing a new thing called StreamYard, and I'm having trouble getting Instagram to connect. So while we're live on Instagram, I might not be able to get those questions.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. All right. So this is from the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Okay. So we have a question from Daryl talking about hot flashes. Wife is on I believe, a medication for hot flashes, but will our new hormone supplement help with that? So the hormone supplement is designed to help with those negative symptoms associated with hormone fluctuations. And one of those negative symptoms, yes, is hot flashes.
Yeah, vasomotor symptoms are very common all throughout a lot of stages too. Lisa can just describe how she feels, and she's still not in perimenopause yet either. So it's really an interesting topic. It's very patient specific, but of course there are certain ingredients in the women's hormonal support product that can and really will help balance some of those symptomatic things that you guys are describing. So where vasomotor symptoms, which kind of describes hot flashes, is one of them.
Okay, awesome. Daryl says, I don't need to lose weight, but I am diabetic. Can I still take lean for my diabetes? So, that's a great question because there's the berberine in it.
I'm watching it.
Oh, the berberine as well as the hops extract, right?
Mm-hmm.
So both of those together, they help to stabilize blood sugar after we eat. So that's very important with diabetics, very important. So, especially, berberine is very strong and reported to help control the blood sugar again.
And with so many people struggling with either pre-diabetes, type 1 diabetes, or type 2, this is really geared toward a pre-diabetic and a type 2, but you're already monitoring your blood sugar, especially if you're diabetic. You should be monitoring your blood sugars, right? And a lot of the ingredients in here in Lean 8, they can help stabilize insulin levels. And that's really important as we start to trend towards type 2 diabetes. So obviously monitor your sugar levels, check your fasting sugar in the morning, check your postprandial. But yes, try Lean 8. Let's get the weight off. Let's get our blood sugar under control. Let's add back some of that lean muscle mass. It's more metabolically active than that fat tissue. So add in your amino acids, get your protein on board, get your body moving, get going through these things that we all know that are so critically important. Otherwise the outcomes will not be very good if we're not taking better care of ourselves.
Yes, awesome. While we're on lean, I did see a question come in on Instagram talking about they want to lose weight. Is lean the answer? Is lean just going to do it for them? So you have to understand that these aren't magic pill. Lean is not a magic pill. And our supplements are not magic supplements, but they're designed to, overall health, right? They're supplements to a healthy diet. So on top of everything, you always you can't just take lean and go, eating, McDonald's every single day and lying on the couch, putting bonbons in your mouth. Okay, that's
what are bonbons?
Bonbons, chocolate, little chocolate things, right? So you still have to take care of yourself. You have to eat a balanced diet. It's an assistant to it. So in combination with taking lean, as well as eliminating your nutrient deficiencies with your multivitamin, your magnesium, your vitamin D, decreasing inflammation with factor 4, a healthy diet. The combination of it all, yes, you will lose weight and you will increase your health span.
Nauder, I love it. I love it.
Nauder.
Hi. Happy Memorial Day, yes. Make it a memorable one. Make it meaningful. Guys, thank you for all these comments. Thank you. Tons and tons of comments. Not as many questions.
So I will say, as I was going through some email today, I didn't get a chance to get back to many of my emails yet. But I had a question about FDA approval. Why are your supplements not approved by the FDA? Ryan can hone in on this one, especially, being the doctor of pharmacy, but supplements are not regulated by the FDA. FDA approvals are for pharmaceuticals.
FDA approvals are for pharmaceuticals, but that's not accurate. The dietary supplement business is regulated by FDA, but it's under the DSHEA Act, which is the same way they regulate food industry. So there is no drug approval process in the United States for dietary supplements.
Okay, awesome. I have a question over here. My husband has so many aches in his joints. What's best for him? Well, first, 100% factor 4. So factor 4 is designed to decrease inflammation, which can alleviate a lot of the pain. On top of that, you also need to support those joints, right? So you need to make sure you're getting your magnesium, your vitamin D, your B vitamins. Also, the fish oil in our factor 4 helps with that, as well as our collagen peptides. So again, it's decreasing the inflammation, but you also need to take care of the joints.
Don't forget, osteoarthritis is sometimes secondary to obesity too. So if we're talking about being overweight, that should be part of the equation, the conversation, to make sure that we are focused on improving that lean muscle mass and reducing some of that extra body weight.
And I also want to say this too. Say you're not overweight and you have the joint pain, but you don't, you're low muscle mass. Therefore, your joints are taking everything that you do. So you really want to make sure you work on the muscle mass, work on the leg strength, and that way your muscles are taking the work and not just the joints. What was? Oh, sorry.
What did you say?
I don't know. I don't know where that was. That question. All right, keep on rolling.
I know, man. I'm shocked. Awesome, guys. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Is factor 4 safe for someone taking blood thinners?
I get this question a lot. I just posted it here. Is factor 4 safe for someone taking blood thinners? Depends on the blood thinner. Most of the old school blood thinners are really were vitamin K antagonists. They're the Coumadin style. The newer ones work under different mechanisms. As a matter of fact, most cardiologists that have you on a blood thinner will also recommend fish oil many, many, many times. Fish oil is probably the #1 recommended supplement by cardiologists. So they see it all the time. And I don't think there's a lot of risk associated with taking a blood thinner. And factor 4, I can tell you that I often do medication drug interaction checks. And, almost always it's not a problem. But with anything, if you're worried about bleeding out, look for excess bruising. If you're getting your INR checked, do those things. Just be more prudent and communicate with your physician about it. I think there would be, but certainly I would think there's more benefit than there is risk.
What area, the U.S. or other country, does the coffee come from that goes in our lovely mushroom coffee? Which, I do have it out here. There's our
All right, what area of the U.S.? Oh, so it does not come. So the coffee is a single source Arabica, but it's from Mexico. It's not from America. And yeah, of course, that is combined with our mushroom coffee, which is a Pico 2 blend of 6 mushrooms. If you guys are unfamiliar with that, you should definitely check it out. That is an amazing product. Right. Let's see. We'll keep going. Wow. I don't like.
information.
Thank you, everybody, for joining on an American, technically a federal holiday, a day of remembrance.
So this is someone saying, thank you for Factor 4. The inflammation in their hands went away. So amazing. Really is a wonderful product. One of a kind, like one of a kind product.
Post this one here from Janet. It's a big time question. Is the hormone balance product work for postmenopausal?
I mean, I say, are you symptomatic? Right? Are you having negative symptoms associated with it? Are you having the hot flashes and the mood swings? Are you having the night sweats? If so, yes, this can help alleviate those symptoms. But if you're postmenopausal and you're not symptomatic, I don't see why you would necessarily need to be taking it.
And in that tone, hopefully you're being checked too. Like, I always encourage people to have their hormone levels checked. I know a lot of physicians aren't doing it, but definitely get them checked. And you're welcome to try the product and see if it can benefit you, and the answer is yes. These ingredients, it depends on the bias you're looking for. Do you want to see that soy is bad for you and has a lot of risk? Then you can find those studies. If you want to look and see the benefits and see that, the Japanese culture has been using, soy for centuries, and there's a lot of longevity. Right. There's a lot of benefit to it. So again, the product is designed to, first of all, number one is for safety. It is a safe product to use. But it's a very patient-specific thing. And so it depends on the symptoms, like Lisa said. And once you give it a trial and see how you feel.
Yes, I think this kind of went to answer the same question that we have. Will the women's hormone balance help with menopause? If you are having the negative symptoms associated with it, yes, this can help.
Just real quick, because I really don't mind just taking a quick pause here. It's 3 p.m. local time, where it's 1 minute of observation and remembrance. Your local time at 3 p.m. All right, let's keep moving. How soon can I take Factor 4 after a hip replacement? Hip replacements are very common. Knee replacements, same. Lots of questions that come in to me actually about this.
Right. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's that you should avoid taking fish oil like 2 weeks prior to a surgery. I don't know.
Yeah, and the surgeon's going to advise you on those things and things they want you to discontinue prior to surgery.
Right. And the reason that is because of, it thins your blood, right? So they worry about the, excess bleeding. But the surgery's over.
I also know that when people are laid up for surgeries, and they're always told, like, discontinue all supplements. I'm like, well, why? Why would you stop taking magnesium? Right? Why would you stop taking some of these benefits like amino acids in your protein? Because that's what the body needs for its repair and rebuild. And so I'd push back a little bit on that. Profits with Patrick. Oh, I love this. Dad served for 20 years in the Army. My dad was an officer in the Army, Patrick.
Okay. What would you recommend for women being perimenopausal? Predominantly weight gain, brain fog, low energy, start on lean, Factor 4 delivery. I 100% think that this is the perfect opportunity for our new supplement, the hormone balance. This is really going to help with the especially the brain fog, and can help with the weight gain as well. A lot of that, you can also, it's about balancing your body in general. So the low energy can also come from maybe lack of nutrients there. You want to make sure you're working on increasing that muscle mass, right? The more muscle mass we have, the more metabolically active we are. So fueling your body right, but definitely working on, and of course, lean. So combination with lean and our hormone balancing, diet, exercise, always.
I don't know. Why don't we tackle this real quick? Because I get this a lot too. Hey, Paul. So, Dr. Ron, I know a lot of our products come in powder form. When they're put into liquid form, does it increase the rate of absorption? Thank you. Yes, typically yes, but you don't want them necessarily stored in liquid. That's why I always say powder form is the most superior form for storage, for stability, for to prevent contamination with for bacteria, molds, mildew, yeast, all that stuff. So that's why like pharmaceuticals always come through as powder form before they get incorporated into finished product. But I am not a fan of liquid aqueous preparations in bulk where you open it and reuse, because contamination and lack stability. Of course, you have to have preservatives. The point of it all is, though, whether it's a capsule, whether it's a soft gel, whether it's a powder, like protein and aminos, they all get mixed in water anyway, so that's liquid. But when it gets into the stomach, guys, this is where it turns into a sludge anyway. So it'll rapidly dissolve the vegetable capsules and the vitamins. That'll rapidly dissolve and go right into that sludge and get mixed around into a slurry, and it'll start its absorption process. So awesome. Well documented. Yeah, I appreciate that question, though, Diane, because you get it an awful lot. You're hot at.
No, I just put a new one on.
Oh, you did? All right, sorry. My bad.
There we are. I get this question often, and it's a very simple one to answer, but I mix all my powders, reds, greens, collagen, and yogurt. Can I have them all together? Yes. Our powders can all be mixed together based on your taste preference, but also based on your schedule, your timing. You know, I like to have my routine of how I mix mine, but sometimes if I'm pinched for time, I'll mix more. So kind of just figure out what works for you. The most important thing is that you're taking them and you're consistent with taking them.
Hi, Jenny. God bless all the families of the fallen heroes. Sorry, guys. There's so many comments and questions. I'm just kind of
Does the new hormone balance product help with libido?
So sexual libido and sex drive is really fundamentally ties back, of course, to hormone health. People think, well, hormones like the sex hormones, it's testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen. Right. There's a whole other cascade of hormones at play, and there's a lot of other reasons why a libido could be thrown off. And so I'm always very quick to say, you know what? There could be there could be other reasons that we need to just defer that to, like your medical professional.
Right. Well, I think most importantly too is like what Ryan was saying just a few seconds ago, is about getting your hormones tested.
Yeah.
Because what if it's your testosterone is really low, which is very common. It's really one of the most common hormones to affect our libido. So if your testosterone is low, maybe maybe you need to do things to support testosterone, whether it's even, again, increasing muscle mass. That really helps. Improving your diet, lifting weights. Those things can naturally increase testosterone.
Yeah.
But, as well as, you might be a candidate for, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So
Patrick, says, will a probiotic, prebiotic supplement be released in the future? Yes, it's almost actually done. That'll be ready in the next 2 to 3 months. But black seed oil, yes, a 5% version is what we're looking at now. There's possibility for 10, but we're probably going to stop at the 5. That is coming. Also have shilajit and some sea moss and some chlorophyll, some really cool stuff, actually.
Right. Someone says a friend has bad migraines. What would you recommend? Always just start with magnesium. Try that. Because a very common side effect of magnesium deficiency is migraines. So start there. If that, is not it, reach back out. But it really, really is an easy fix.
Okay, guys, we're 20 minutes and I don't want to take up too much of your day here. We're going to let you go. I appreciate all of this, these questions, these comments, so much love. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, you want to find something? And again, make sure you guys have a meaningful Memorial Day. And at 3 p.m. local time, 1 minute of observance.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so some of these are a little bit of repeat. So again, if your question didn't get answered, always email me any further questions. And remember, we do shoot to do one of these the last Monday of every month. That way you can get your answers live. But again, it helps you learn from others, right? That's the goal. Education is key. We understand more about what we're taking, why we're taking what, when we're educated.
Right? All right, y'all.
All right. Happy Memorial Day. Remember, tune in at 3 p.m. your local time for your remembrance.